Question 3. What are your thoughts on the shutdown of CHIKARA and the events all the way up to its revival?
She's totally not reading off of another laptop right over there either. That was natural. That's how she talks all the time. Again, this took us like 10 minutes to set up this shot because I wanted to get the CHIKARA things in the background. Anyway, it has nothing to do with the question. It sucked. I mean, it didn't suck, but thinking it was like thinking that CHIKARA was gone, even though feeling like it was part of a storyline was still very frustrating, very confusing. I know a lot of fans just said, you know what? It's over. It's done. Whatever. I'll go watch a different promotion. I'll move on. And a lot of us were like, no, this doesn't make any sense. There has to be more to this. So, yeah, I mean, it ran a gamut of emotions. Once we realized that there was more to it than what it initially seemed, by digging deeper into things, the lines between fantasy and reality, the kayfabe, what was the storyline, what's the story, really got blurred, which at times also made things confusing because I feel like by diving in deep, I opened Pandora's box. That was something that Harley and I joked about a little bit on the I Am CHIKARA fan group on Facebook, that by doing that, you know, I saw some things and heard some things and learned some things that maybe I shouldn't have known or didn't want to know, but it still felt like it was necessary. Leading up to when it came back, the emotional impact it had was that much greater. I know Quack considers wrestling to be more than wrestling. It's more than the work in the ring. It's the story that you tell. It's art. And that's something that I've always felt as well. And I think that's one of the reasons why, although it was very frustrating at the time, looking back on it, I can really appreciate what happened, what we went through. It's a heck of a story to tell. I shared it with my brother, who really was only ever a fan of ECW back in the day, and you know, like telling him like going to the rallies, and I remember him being like, "And you went to the skate park and you didn't even know why you were going there?" And I was just like, "No." And he's like, "Why would you do that?" I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to be there. I wanted to help in any way that I could. It was something that was important to me. It was something that meant something to me. It's something that, you know, I've always felt very comfortable, you know, financially giving my money to, because I enjoy this version of art. I like different types of art. I have my metal elephant in the background over here that just happens to be in the shot. That was not necessarily, but just as a frame of reference, like I love artwork. All different types of art, and wrestling is art to me. And, you know, going through all the motions of being frustrated in the beginning and then realizing that there was more to it and having hope. When does wrestling ever make you feel like hopeful? Hopeful of what? Hopeful it's going to be a good match. Hopeful, you know, that you're going to get to see a cool move. Hopeful that the guy that you like is going to win, but not hopeful that in the way that this made you feel. It just made you feel different emotions in a way that wrestling normally doesn't. Not always good emotions necessarily, but still emotions. So when it was over, when CHIKARA came back, it was a great ride. I was happy to be a part of it, and can't really think of anything else to say.
Yeah, for me, when I first found out, I was like in shock. Like, what? No.
I think she cried.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I cried for a while there, being a somewhat emotional person.
Thanks, Quack.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I pretty much felt every emotion during the entire thing, from the beginning, from when it ended to when it came back. And it just was really sad and confusing for me, mainly. But in the end, I was very happy to see that there was more to it, because if it just ended that way, I think I would have been very, very upset and frustrated because it was just open-ended, like, what happened? Wait, what? So I was happy that at least we got to have like a conclusion to it, and it coming back was awesome and amazing.
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
Good?
Yes.
All right, she's good.